Hey guys, today's Monday, May 31st, 2021. So apparently Vietnam now detects a new coronavirus variant that's a hybrid of the UK and India strain. Well, when I heard this really caught my attention because back in 2017, I was given a clue to what I believed was a future virus in Vietnam that really connected to the movie 28 Days Later. And this time frame connects to that movie as well. So, well, prior to that, in June, beginning of June, I think it was, I was also given another clue to an event that already happened. So, I wouldn't even be talking about this if it was still ongoing. But this hasn't happened to me since the year 2017. So, what happened first, the word music festival popped up on my computer in the Bing search engine, which I don't use, and Internet Explorer, which I don't use Internet Explorer either. And it also popped up on my computer here in the US while I was in Thailand. I know that because I was in contact with my dad and he was helping me package and ship things out for my eBay business. So, and he said to me, I was talking to him on the phone, said to me, "Why is music festivals on your computer?" Like, I didn't touch it or anything. And so I looked because I was also remotely controlling my computer. I log in to print out the shipping labels. And I saw that and I just didn't know what to make of it. I thought it was kind of weird, you know. But the normal person would not look into it further. But because of me, how I'm always looking for things and always looking at things that could be a code for something, and I decided, it was until after I heard something on the news when I was in Thailand a couple days later, that the Bonnaroo Music Festival in Tennessee, Manchester, Tennessee, there's going to be 80,000 people attending. And I thought, well, Manchester, Tennessee, that's interesting because the word Manchester, there was just that terror attack at the Ariana Grande concert, like just like a week before or something like that. It happened on May 22nd, 2017. Then also, there was also 80,000 people that were evacuated at a music festival in the UK or somewhere else. So the combination, there's going to be 80,000 people attending the music festival in, Manchester. So I'm thinking, wait a second, let me look into this. I kind of thought, is there something going to happen at this music festival? Was I given a clue? So I looked into it. I looked to see who the performers were. And it wasn't until I typed in the word U2. My screen changed, but I didn't know. I thought maybe because I typed in the word U2, I thought maybe I clicked on a link going somewhere else because the screen changed to the Neil McCormick. And okay, I'm looking at that. Then I see that he made the movie Killing Bono. U2 playing at the Bonnaroo Music Festival. Neil McCormick, I'm thinking that's kind of weird. So then, without me doing anything, my screen changed again to this. Killing Bono, the front cover, a man holding a gun. And I didn't touch it. And I was like, then I was freaked out. I'm like, somebody is literally controlling my computer, showing me something. I'm thinking, I immediately thought somebody was telling me that Bono was going to be assassinated. Maybe they did. Maybe that hasn't happened yet. I don't know. But I was just kind of freaked out because I didn't even touch the computer. So I'm thinking something's going to happen at this music festival. Okay, well, the music festival happened and nothing happened. So then I just didn't know what to make of it. It wasn't until the Vegas shooting that I realized it was a clue, because it was actually, I'm always looking at the number 322. I talk about that all the time. So, you know, whoever gave me this clue could obviously, they hacked my computer. They could see what I was looking at, what I was doing, what I was researching. I'm always looking at this number 322. And it was 3 months and 22 days later after YouTube played the music festival, the Bonnaroo. So they played on June 9th, 2017. The Vegas shooting happened on 10/1/2017. 3 months and 22 days later, and I was okay. I was kind of freaked out about that, you know. Then nothing happened until the date October 27th, 2017. I was talking to my friend. Now, this was more of a discreet clue, but based on what happened prior, I took it as a possible an event that was going to happen, you know. So on October 27th, so I was talking to my friend on Facebook Messenger, and I typed in the word days later. Well, actually, I typed in those words. I don't remember what my sentence was, but only these words changed, and they changed to something else. It was another language. It was Vietnamese. When I typed the word days later, this this printed out. But yet, all my other words were in English. So I'm like, I didn't even know it was Vietnamese. I typed it in, and then I found out, okay, that's Vietnamese. And just, why did that happen? All my other words, like I typed in a whole sentence, then in the middle, days later, somehow changed to Vietnamese. So then I took the Vietnamese language, those words, and I copied and pasted it, and it changed to English. I'm like, what? Okay, so then I looked up the words days later, right? And the first thing that pops up is the virus movie, 28 Days Later. So immediately, I'm thinking, okay, based on what happened to me with the music festival clue, I'm thinking, okay, this is another clue with the movie 28 Days Later and a virus, maybe. What's even stranger is the next day, you know, I said how that changed to Vietnamese days later. Everything was back to English, the words. There was no Vietnamese written in my messenger. So that that was weird too, because you can't do that in Facebook Messenger. You can't just take a message that you already typed and edit it. You know, you can erase it or something. You can't edit it a message that you already typed. So again, it wasn't until now that I see what's happening in Vietnam, and now I see the movie 28 Days Later. Well, that released on November 1st, 2002. June 1st. Actually, today has a connection. I look at the 322 connections, the Skull and Bones connections. If you haven't seen my other videos, 1, 3, multiple 2s. Then tomorrow, it's 223 months. So we're right in that time frame of connections with that movie. And also, I Pet Goat 2. We have the Rose, which June is the month of the rose, which another YouTuber pointed out, JK Bugout, who analyzes iPeco too. But also the hair. It's in the form of a J. It's a reverse J. But what is J? J is the 10th letter, right? If you reverse it, it's 01. So reverse J is the first. So, but the 10th letter is also interesting because June 10th is the total solar eclipse. And if you take, again, I look at reversing dates. I mentioned before, June 10th was the release of the movie. 28 days later, you also have a connection, 322. 232 months and 22 days later. Now, if you look at June 23rd, you have a connection, 223 months, 22 days later. And guess what? That's also June 1st. Oh, I should say June 10th on the Julian calendar. It's also June 23rd. June 23rd was the Hebrew calendar, or I should say 623. On the Hebrew calendar was 9/11/2001. Now we look at Event 201, the coronavirus simulation of a pandemic that happened like a month and a half before the actual virus. So, and as I said before in my other video, that was on October 18th. The first case of the virus was on 12/1. If these are reversed, 12/1 to 10/18 is 322 days. Now, the announcement of this new virus variant in Vietnam, well, this happens to be 19 months and 11 days after Event 201. So besides, remember I talked about the connection with June 23rd and the virus movie? Well, June 23rd also is a 9/11 connection to when the CDC was founded. Also 191 days. So we'll see what happens with this new strain in Vietnam and see if any of these dates are important pertains to that June 1st, the 10th, or the 23rd, or another date that connects with this movie, 322 code, but the movie 28 days later. Or maybe 28 days after. We'll watch the date. What is that date? So it was announced on May 29th. Maybe 28 days after this. 28 days later. June 26th. So, alright, guys. Just wanted to share this information with you, and I will talk to you next time.